Welcome to the Clown Show. It's Tuesday, and here's an update for you. I've been trying to get professional tapers, mudders in here to start working on the walls, ceilings, and I finally got a couple of guys that really know what they're doing. And they came in and they said, "We have a problem here. All of these panels have been hung incorrectly. They're supposed to be staggered. These lines can't intercede this way, or else you'll get cracks. Every single panel needs to be staggered, where the lines go like this, and they never, this is a bent corner, but they're never supposed to come together like that, right? They're never supposed to be intersecting. And they said, we could do this for you, but it's going to crack and you're going to be not happy with it. There's nothing we can do to prevent that from happening. That's why they stagger the panels. What it should be is they should never intersect. You're going to have to take down all these panels and put them back up correctly. Here's the problem. They've already gone in and put the blown insulation. So they were going to start taking these panels down, and then they realized there's like 10 inches of blown insulation cellulose on top of them. They go, we can't do that. So the solution that they came up with is they said, look, we could take another sheetrock, like a 1/4 inch, and lay it on top of this and go the other direction and put them in the correct staggered way. We'll glue them and screw them into place, and you'll have a much thicker, more soundproof ceiling. And that's the best solution we can come up with, because otherwise, if you drop these panels, you're going to lose all your insulation. You're going to have to gather it up. You're going to have to try to blow it back up. It's going to be a massive, expensive cluster F. Now, when they first started putting up the panels, I was complaining about how jagged some of them were. And they just kept saying to me, it's going to be fixed. You don't understand how this works. I know it looks bad now, but all this will be fixed. And that's what I was being told. And that's not the case. I've been trying to get this, and it's not that I'm being cheap. It's that I've been trying to get people to help, and is another cluster F. So the iron pipes that were coming out of the sink were solid chunks of wood. And I was like, well, the water's been running. Like it hadn't been backing up, because the water was just running into this gravel for years. And the thing is, we just never used this bathroom. We never used this sink. Only guests and things. Washing hands and stuff, brushing teeth maybe when a guest was here a couple times a year. So this, just a little bit of water, and just a little bit of water went under the rocks, and there's probably 20 inches of this gravel. And that you can see that's probably 5-6 inches of foundation pour, 3-bar. And so this is being dug out. The excavator, where's my excavator? Yeah, so there it is. So yeah, they're like, okay, the pipe just came out of here, goes down. We're trying to dig it out and see where it all goes. And lucky for me, I bought my own digger. But we're trying to figure out where this pipe leads, and at what point do we got to fix it. It's never backed up. So, but just yet another disaster. Disaster avoided, maybe. Because I don't think that this toilet or this shower drain runs into that same pipe. this seems to go on its own somewhere. This was probably added in, maybe, but metal. So I think this is tied into that, which has been fine. And this has been dug up because I'm gonna move that drain over there to the end where the tub is gonna go. I don't think that's gonna be a problem. That's gonna be easy. So in this room, like when they were cutting in these drops, it was just a jagged mess. So now we're trying to fix that. And that's gonna be a lot of work because that has to be taped and sanded and textured and painted and blah, 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 blah. It's gonna suck. So yeah, looking up here in the attic, this has all been filled. It's pretty warm up there, as compared to 70 degrees down here. But the problem is, if we want to drop any of these panels, this insulation is going to fall that we just put in. Ridiculous. So yeah, that's the clown show. No matter what, I'll still be able to have my party here August 31st. Because we're going to be using the upstairs, the kitchen, they got the bathroom and the outside patio, and all that'll be done by then. You know, it's only the beginning of August. So we still have 3-4 weeks to get this done, but it's going to be tough. I'm not going to have the house done by my birthday like I hoped. It'll be more doner, but I'd rather it take longer to do and then be done right than be done quicker and crappy. These are the sacrifices that you have to make. I'm kind of bummed out, but okay, it's end of day Thursday. They've been working on the pool a little bit. Came and did this mosaic tile today. The plan was to put in gold tile. Gold tile doesn't exist for pools. They make gold tile, but it's not pool rated, can't handle the chlorine. They make a glass tile that kind of has a gold backing. It's just not gonna happen. So we decided to put in a white tile. So it's gonna be white and red. Red and white's very cool. Had to wait for the tile. They couldn't get it till this morning. They put that in. They're coming back to work on that. And I've had a big crew of guys that have been trying to fix the problems that, well, quite frankly, that they created. But I got these other couple of dudes that have been mudding and tape, and they've done a fantastic job. And I don't want to make a video every minute where there's not a lot of changes. So let's go in there and I'll show you what's been done. Okay, we are in my office. This is where I do the podcast. You know, when you guys, my desk would normally be there. I would be sitting right here. Behind me would be the chair, the black couch. So as I explained before, they had put in the sheetrock incorrectly and it needed to be staggered. We can't take the sheetrock down because it has insulation on it. So the solution we came up with, or that I came up with, was to put 1/4-inch sheetrock on top of the 5/8 sheetrock. And they staggered it in the correct way. And so now I have basically a solid inch thick of sheetrock for a ceiling. This room is going to be really soundproof because all these walls have been insulated and it's concrete all the way up to there. So it's going to be a pretty solid room when it's not on fire. This has all been done. So what they did here, well, they haven't done it yet, actually. They're going to replace this panel here. So what they're going to do is they're just going to like, maybe just cut it here, because what they can't have is these cross hatches. That's what you can't have. You have to have it staggered. So in a couple of places, they're going to have to fix it. I think they're going to have to fix this panel as well. It's kind of dark in here, so they haven't done anything in here, but they were working on the bedroom. This was nice and bright a minute ago, but it got dark really fast. So yeah, they had to replace, they put in a panel there, and then they put on a panel here, and that kind of staggered it. They also redid almost all of the ceiling. You're gonna see they gotta finish this. So they did the same thing. They put in the 1/4-inch sheetrock on top of the other sheetrock. And it's gonna work out fine. Because not only are they screwing it up in there, but they're using glue And then they're using the lift also to hold it in place while it dries. Now this room is almost finished. This is the master bath. And the mutters have been in here for 2 solid days. And they're gonna do what's called a level 5 finish. Well, not everywhere. Actually, they're not gonna do that in here, I'm wrong. But what a level 5 is level 4 is where it's paint and texture. Level 5 is where it's like glass smooth. And I told them, I said, guys, all that really matters is the ceilings. Because like this is Rachel's closet. I said, look, there's gonna be shelving all the way around here. So those walls aren't gonna be perfect because we're gonna put shelves on them, you know, and shoe racks and things. This wall will be a giant mirror. I used to stand here and check myself in the mirror. This is gonna be all cabinetry and then mirror. And then this is gonna be bathtub and shower. I said, so the only walls that are exposed in here is like that wall, which is gonna have a towel rack on it. And then the cabinet comes up to here. So this is gonna be a little bit of wall, a little bit of wall, a little bit of wall, mirror. So all that matters is the ceilings, and they've been up on stilts, getting it clear. This is my walk-in closet, significantly smaller than Rachel's, which I think is bullshit because I have more clothes. But that's okay. My honey bunny gets the best. So this room, like I said, this is gonna be all shoe shelves here, my dresser where I keep me nice little red undies, and then my suits and stuff. I need to get rid of some clothes, I really do. So that's what's happening. And they'll be back here again early in the morning doing it again. I mean, it looks like they got this little wall done here. In here, yeah, it's kind of dark in here, but we discovered that, and I showed you this before, that this pipe was rotten. And so went out with the excavator and figured out that it goes down into that pipe, and that connects to a main somewhere. And I know it's not the main because it's not wet. So we're gonna figure that out. This window's about to get replaced. All the windows in the house with double pane. I have gravel in my bathroom. Of course, the Elvis room is just being used for storage. And that's what's happening. So, but it's coming along. It's coming along. So, I mean, today's Thursday, so tomorrow, Friday, they're gonna get a lot done. And this wall gets mudded next. I'll be so excited. So let's see what happens. End of day tomorrow. Everybody, I learned so much about sheetrock. Like for instance, you see these breaks here. I don't know if you can see that, but if you hit sheetrock with a hammer, it shatters underneath, right? You can see where it's broken there. And when that happens, like that's gonna forever be like soft. Now, fortunately, we're gonna put an encasement around this, so it's not gonna matter. But I've learned a lot about sheetrocking process. And though I've never actually hung a sheet of sheetrock myself, I have learned a lot about how it works and how it's supposed to go. And at least now I know when I walk in a room and see sheetrock being done, I know whether or not it was done correctly. A lot of money. But you know, I keep thinking about the goal. I keep thinking about stepping into my carpeted room and plopping my ass down into that chair, and it's gonna happen soon, and we will be broadcasting the Videobob show from this room again. All right, it's end of day Friday. They got a lot done. I mean, it's kind of more of the same. I mean, they basically skim coated the whole ceiling, so that's considered what they call level 5. You know, it's still drying, so you're gonna see marks in there, but I told them I want the ceilings done really well. So yeah, those are all done, ceilings. They haven't started in this room, but this I don't know what if they're doing more sanding or what else they're doing in there, but that's basically almost done. Now, I met with some wallpaper people. We're gonna do wallpaper on this wall in the bedroom, and then on that wall there. This will be paint. All right, these were some of the colors we were looking at for the bedroom. These purples. This is what we painted the living room, and this is the kitchen. So we were thinking about doing that. This was a gold wallpaper we're looking at. So this is what I had at my old house. This is a crushed velvet. I'm gonna do my whole office in this. So rather than painting it, So what I'll do is I'll paint match that red for any other painting that has to be done in there. But basically, let's see how that looks as compared to this red. I mean, it's not super far off. It's a little bit brighter. But that's what I had in my office, oops, in Texas. And then this is what I'm thinking for the bedroom. So we're looking at purple for the bedroom. Tell me what you guys think. Now what I might just do is just color match this. It's a little darker than I prefer. But in order to get this cool black and purple, I mean, you know, these are the two colors. I was going to go with this color, you know, which is a much brighter color than this. I mean, we could just do this on the back wall where the back of the headboard is, where the bed is, and then on the opposite wall where the TV is. And then, like I said, what we could do is color match this and paint the rest of the room that color, and then it would just match without this on there. Now this, I have a gold paint, which, by the way, I just got the gold paint delivered, and of course, this paint arrived, and it's a gold, and it looks like it's cracked open and spilled. It's still in there. It just, yeah, you know, this stuff's $100+ a gallon. It's called Pharaoh's Gold by Metal Masters or something like that. What is it called? Metallic Paint Modern Masters. They need to get a better. I mean, they knew it was going to spill. That's why they wrapped it up in plastic bricks. This room is getting its first. It's getting its major skim coat. Monday they're gonna come level 5. This entire room will be that red wallpaper, and the ceiling will be gold. It's gonna be awesome. So I've showed this room many times. I don't know if this shows up on camera, but this is the Pharaoh's Gold from Modern Masters. And it's the closest kind of shiny gold that I could find that's metallic looking. It's almost impossible to find a real shiny gold that comes in the spray cans. But, you know, this is $100 a gallon. So a gallon will do like this room, probably. So the plan was to do the ceilings all the way through here in gold. And that's what I bought that stuff for. And then we were thinking about doing the other bathroom trim in gold. So this is all black tile. And as I explained earlier in the video, like, dude, I'm thinking of, you know, but that other gold wallpaper, that might be cool too. Oh, I don't think I showed you this. So this is what I was, if I wanted to keep this damask theme, this is a gold foil. And I could do this on just a few key areas in the bathroom. There's only a couple of walls you can put it in, because there's going to be cabinetry and everything else. And I thought that might be fun. Like actually in the toilet area and things like that. What do you think? Too much? Is it too much? It's hard to visualize it, but when you see the whole room, it looks amazing. I mean, here's the thing. If you've been to any really nice steakhouse, you've seen this. This is the exact same stuff that they're using at like Golden Steer and Herbs and Rye and some of the high-end steakhouses here in Vegas. And if it's good enough for them, it's good enough for me. This is what I had exactly in my last house. So for those of you that used to watch the Videobob show and used to watch me do my live streams from my old office 4 or 5 years ago in Texas, that's what I had on the wall. Little souvenirs I picked up the other day at the Elvis thing. This thing. And this is Elvis Midnight Snack. Peanut butter, banana, and bacon flavored whiskey. This is a piece of Murano Italian blown glass. It's actually a vase, because it has an opening on top, and it's heavy. I love this kind of red blown glass, and it just really catches your eye, you know, like this bowl. You know, I put that pole on that plate, but it's just a cool, you know, and they're not crazy expensive. I think I paid $30 for that bowl, and I think I paid $50 for the vase. But it's just, it's probably not gonna live there. It's probably gonna go somewhere else, but it's just a cool looking thing. I like it. Well, I guess that'll wrap up this week's video. It's going to be crazy next couple of weeks. I mean, we're going to see the real changes. We're going to see the walls change color. We're going to see paint. We're going to see wallpaper. We're going to see actual rooms take shape. Installing the front door, things like that. It's going to be something. I mean, it's happening. The real thing is getting closer I don't know if we're going to make it all the way to my birthday. I don't know how much the house is going to be the house. But for those of you, I always put this at the end of the video because for those of you that are the real fans, right, who watch my videos all the way through, who have been watching me for many years, you know, I have 170 something thousand subscribers and a lot of viewers, but I've figured out that I've got about 5 to 10,000 core viewers that will always watch my videos. And I meet you out and about when I'm traveling the world all the time. And you are invited to my party here Sunday, August 31st. Now, the night before, August 30th, Saturday, my band Turbo Lover will be playing at the Dive Bar. Get there early if you're coming. People always come strolling in late, and we're packing up by then. We usually play by 9 or 10. So get there early. Gosh darn it. Don't come rolling in at midnight. I'll be home in bed by then. You understand? So get there early if you want to see us at the Dive Bar. It's on the corner of Maryland and Flamingo. You can't miss it if you're in Las Vegas. If you're coming to town, just come to Vegas, get yourself a room, be at the Dive Bar. And if you come and see me at the Dive Bar and you need further instructions to come to the house party the next day, I'll give them to you there. But otherwise, if you're Patreon member, if you can just, in the description below, you can join my Patreon for only $1. I just made it $1 just to make it so that people could join. And I can send you private messages and things, and I'll send you the address and the instructions. And you can come hang out with me and see the house for yourself. Yeah, you can wear shorts and flip-flops if you want. It's a house party. You don't have to wear pants. You know, I actually, if you have a Borat onesie, wear that. Girls, it's all topless. No, I'm just kidding. So, no, it's a family thing. Now, there's not gonna be any kids here. I don't hang out with kids. I don't have friends with kids. I hang out with all old people. All my friends are 60, 70 years old. So I wouldn't recommend bringing children. I'm not saying anything adult is going to be happening, but this place isn't made for kids. Don't bring your frickin' dogs. Leave your dog at home. If you have to bring your dog and your kids, don't come, please. We're not set up for that, okay? So don't bring your dogs. Don't bring your kids. You can bring a guest as long as somebody's not an idiot, right? And I don't care if you come take pictures and all that kind of stuff. That's fine. You guys have seen my house. So, but that's coming up here in a few weeks. So Videobob's 51st birthday party at the Dive Bar, Saturday the 30th, Sunday the 31st. I'm still trying to decide what time we're going to start. Probably in the afternoon, evening when it's cooled down. I'll be cooking. There'll be food. There'll be drinks. There'll be booze. You know, we'll be singing karaoke. You know, if some of my rock star friends come, don't like glom them up. You know, if you want to get a picture or something, but don't, you know, I don't think Eric's going to be here. I think he's going to be out of town. So I'm just going to warn you now that if you're coming here hoping to come to my party just to meet Eric Singer, I don't think he's going to be here, unfortunately. He has to go out of town for a gig. But anyway, which sucks. Anyway, yeah, that's the house update. If you're enjoying watching this, make sure to subscribe, turn on your notifications. I'll be doing the Videobob show on Sunday. That's a separate channel. The Videobob show is a separate channel. So see you Sunday afternoon live. All right, catch you guys later. Bye.